This week in Carolina Climate and Environmental News, the Black Cove Complex saga comes to a close. A new Charlotte art exhibit rocks, and researchers develop a living, breathing window. This is WFAE Climate News. I'm Zachary Turner. The Black Cove Complex fires burnt nearly 8,000 acres in western North Carolina, but firefighters have now contained most of the blaze. Nearly 400 personnel operating over 30 engines navigated Helene debris and rugged terrain this week to secure the fire's perimeters. This week's much-needed rain helped firefighters in an area that's been experiencing moderate drought for weeks. The Forest Service has lifted the statewide burn ban, although local bans may still remain in place. Other large fires continue to burn in Transylvania and Haywood counties. In South Carolina, the Table Rock Complex fires have expanded to nearly 16,000 acres, including parts of North Carolina, though those fires are now mostly contained. Up next, step aside, Baba Yaga, you're not the only one with a living, breathing house anymore. Kyung-hee Kim, director of UNC Charlotte's Integrated Design Research Lab, and the spin-off venture EcoClosure, has developed a window that uses algae to filter air and sunlight to save on energy.
And it has one being sharp edges and the other being more voluminous to create a more interesting visual effect.
So instead of burning out like the filament of a light bulb, the algae continues to produce resources. Kim calls this regenerative technology.
Algae by nature turn denser during summer when sunlight is intense as a function of photosynthesis which utilize the sunlight.
Similar to a fish tank volcano, a pump blows bubbles up from the bottom of the window. The bubbles travel up through the solution where algae absorb the carbon dioxide and other pollutants, such as fine particulate matter and volatile organic compounds. They then exhale oxygen, which, of course, we breathe. Now, what happens when art and science combine like the magma inside of ancient aquatic volcanoes? An exploration of rock fracturing, climate change, and colonization erupts forth in the form of Subcritical, a new Charlotte art exhibition. UNC art professor Marek Ranis collaborated with geologist Martha Carey Epps, shadowing her and her students' research in the Canary Islands. Ranis said the collaboration opened his eyes to the fastidious nature of research.
I think it's worth mentioning when Missy talks about collecting data, we're talking about people who are laying down on the ground, on the desert, face maybe 2 inches from the rock with the measuring devices and looking at the cracks for 8 hours for 10 days, 2 weeks, 2 months.
Epps' research examines microscopic cracking in rocks, called subcritical fracturing. Subcritical fractures are the tear-here notches of the rock world. The force that starts these microscopic fractures can be as small as the collision of water molecules in the air. It's a relationship that may evolve as our climate continues warming.
When the atmosphere heats up, then it naturally can hold more water, and then that water is available then to crack rocks.
You can see Subcritical tonight, April 4th, at 6 p.m. at the Hodges Taylor Gallery in South End. That's all for this week. See y'all next time.